Hey everybody, we are at Holdridge Lakes Recreation Area. Some people refer to it as just Holly, and it's halfway in between Flint and Clarkston. We're checking in to see what the trail conditions look like for 2026.
From in the saddle POVs to dialed views and rider tips, we'll help you rip. From first time in the woods to full send, this is MTB Trailview.
So today we're going to be checking out the West Loop. The West Loop is about 6.5 miles long if you do all the loops within it. If you're looking for that perfect middle ground between beginner-friendly cruising and an all-out technical challenge, the West Loop at Holdridge Lakes might just become your new favorite ride. Right from the trailhead, you're going to notice that Holdridge has a completely different personality than a lot of the Southwest Michigan trail systems that there are. Instead of endless flat straightaways, you're going to be greeted with twisting single track that winds through hardwood forests, rolling hills, and wetlands. It feels surprisingly remote here, and within just a few minutes, it's easy to forget that you're less than a half hour from Detroit. The West Loop, it's all about flow. It's not bike park flow with giant berms and jump lines, but more like natural flow. You know the kind I'm talking about, the kind where you're continuously linking corners together and carrying speed without ever feeling like you're fighting the trail. So what I like about Holly is it's just a nice, tight, in the woods trail. It's pretty well manicured. Cramba, the Clinton River Area Mountain Bike Association, takes care of this trail, and they do a great job at it. As I mentioned in the open, it's about halfway in between Flint and Auburn Hills or Clarkston area. So it's a little bit of a drive if you're from the Detroit area, but it's absolutely worth it. One thing you'll notice almost immediately is how narrow this single track feels. It's kind of like riding in a jungle. The trees seem so close in around you, and the trail snakes from one turn to the next with very little wasted movement. So if you're good with your bike, you can flick the bike around from side to side and pick some smooth lines and look well ahead because the trail loves to keep you guessing. As you work deeper into the West Loop, you're going to encounter plenty of routes, small natural rollers, and off-camber sections that keep things interesting without being intimidating at the same time. Nothing really feels forced here. The trail simply follows the natural contours of the land, making every corner and elevation change feel like it belongs. So one of my favorite things about this loop is how often the scenery changes. 1 minute you're weaving through dense hardwoods, and the next you're riding along wetlands and small lakes. And for riders who are willing to sharpen their skills, the West Loop is a fantastic classroom. So if you're bringing your family, this is also one of the things that makes Holdridge so special. Newer riders can warm up on the Turtle Trail or the North Loop, while more experienced riders can disappear into the West for a solid workout. And it is, believe me, everyone gets to ride the trails that match their comfort level without leaving the same trailhead. Now, don't expect massive rock gardens or huge gap jumps here. That's not what the West Loop is about. This trail rewards smooth riding, good cornering, and maintaining your flow. It's the kind of ride where your biggest grin comes from linking together an entire section without ever touching your brakes.
So we're headed to the wall. The wall, there's a bypass to the wall that you can take if you're an intermediate rider. If you got more legs and you want something a little more challenging, the wall is the way to go. But the challenging part of this uphill, it's not the uphill itself, but when you get to this feature right here. I haven't been able to get over it while I'm moving. I slowed and stopped just so you could see, but you got to have enough speed coming up the hill to be able to pop your front up and then get your rear end over. If you know it's coming, you got a shot at it. Now, right up from that is the tech loop. The tech loop's not super long, maybe a little over a mile, and you reach that by going left like I am now. If you kept going straight, the tech loop merges right back in and you're good. It's a nice little drop off here. Got a corner and then get down in gears because it's a technical uphill with roots you got to get through. This is probably the most technical part of the tech loop. It's just getting up that little hill with the roots. You do that, you're good to go. Love this section back here. It's so tight and twisty. The ground is always nice. It's never really muddy, it's never really dry. It's always just like this perfect loamy area. Nice mix of getting some speed, little ups and downs, little rises. There's this little rock feature here that I enjoy. Trying to get over the whole thing. It's made up of about 10 rocks. You gotta treat it like a skinny or you'll fall off. Okay, right here is where we merge back into the West Loop. Remember I told you at the beginning of the tech loop, it merges back in, that was it. You don't have to give it much thought. Be careful as you come into this section. If you're hauling and it's wet, this bridge crossing gets slippery. I've seen more than one person slide off that and into the swamp. And it's pretty funny. I call it Mick's Bridge. My buddy Mick did that. Okay, here's the split I'm talking about. And you can see the Lakeshore, I'm calling it the Lake Loop. It's actually the Lakeshore Loop, my apologies. And we're gonna take that, why not? If I'm gonna show you the trail, I'll show you the trail. Like I said, if you kept to the left there, that would take you back to the car, about a half a mile out. This adds another 2 miles. Now, what kind of trail is this? It's much like the rest of it, but let's say for your riding level, you considered the rest of the trail a 6. on a scale of 1 to 10. This is probably 1 notch up, and I'd call it, so it would be a 7. Why? A lot more climbing in this one, and more exposed rocks and roots. And there's some areas up here that get really tight. Also, there's you'll see in a minute, they've covered a significant amount of the trail with wood because it was low and swampy. Oh, that was really choppy, by the way. This is a great section, a lot of fun. Anyway, you'll notice up here that it's covered with wood, and while it eliminates the swampiness of it, when it is wet, and since the wood is old now, it's been here for quite a few years, it gets really slippery. So if you come out in the spring or right after it rains, be really careful. Some of that wood is on an uphill, and you're going to struggle to get traction, and if you have to turn quick, you're going to slide and fall.
The West Loop is that rare trail that leaves beginners feeling accomplished while still putting a smile on the face of the experienced ones. It's fast, it's fun, it's packed with character, and it's actually the kind of single track that keeps you saying, yeah, maybe I should do one more lap. And once you're all done with the West and you're still looking for a little more, Holdridge has plenty left in the tank. All you have to do is point your front wheel towards Gruber's Grinder, one of Michigan's most demanding cross-country rides. And if you want to see what that looks like, I'll have more of that in another upcoming video. If you're planning on a ride at Holdridge Lakes, please don't overlook the West Loop. It certainly doesn't get all the headlines, and I'm not quite sure why, but ask the locals and they'll tell you that it's one of the most enjoyable rides in Southeast Michigan.
If you're into finding new epic places to ride, keep digging through the channel. There's plenty more to explore. And while you're at it, hit subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments.